you very much for joining this video. Today I have another amp dyno video for you. Of course it's an amplifier from Rockford Fosgate, but I moved on to the newer series. It's from 2004 or 2005. So the amplifier is a Rockford Punch P3001 or P3001 and is rated 150 watts into a 4 ohm load and 300 watts into a 2 ohm load. It's a mono amplifier, but you cannot only use it for subwoofer applications, you can also power a full range system with it. I was very impressed by the efficiency. The efficiency was over 70% at 4 ohms and also over 70% at 2 ohms. This amp was sent in to me by a nice YouTube subscriber. Ulli, thank you very much for sending this amp, thanks. And it's the first time that I had an amplifier like this, which I hold right here in my hands. It has some nice chrome covers. Below the covers you can do your connections to your audio system. And this Rockford logo is also controlled by some LEDs. So the more signal level you put into the amp, more LEDs are glowing. So you have a nice indicator of your signal level, but you will not see it because most amps are in the trunk. This is the only thing I didn't like here. A very thin piece of plastic. Under the cover there are some legs which are holding the cover, and these tend to break if you put the amplifier into a carton and send it to someone. So it's time to move to the amp dyno video. The amplifier is connected to the dummy load. I start with 3.9 ohms. I use a signal of 1 kHz and I'm testing continuous output power. And now I start to give the signal into the amp and I will increase the gain until we go to the tipping point. Clipping, go back. And at this point we have a maximum voltage of 42.4 volts, and this is around 230 watts of clean output power, 1 kHz with a 3.9 ohm load. Not bad, this amp is rated 150 watts. I'm a little bit surprised. Here you see the idle current of the amp, and now I drive the amp into clipping, right before clipping. Oh, I go back. And we have 22.4 amps or 5 amps. That's an efficiency of 74.6%. You see that? More gain, no clip. More gain, still no clip. Now the amplifier is clipping strong. Now the demonstration with music. So it's heavily clipping now. Now I'm hunting for some dynamic headroom. So I have another 20 cycles with 1 kHz and I start to capture now. There we are. And all are the same level, free of clipping. And I just have a maximum voltage of 43.2 volts. So that means there is no dynamic headroom, just 9 more watts. So we have 239 watts of dynamic power, 3.9 ohms. Now I'm testing with 50 Hz to make sure the amplifier is also able to put out its 230 watts at 50 Hz for the bass applications. You see this here, 50 Hz, not cheating here. Clipping point. I also have a maximum voltage of 42.4 volts, so we have again our 230 watts. Next test is 1 kHz continuous output power, 2 ohms. Oh, clipping. The amplifier is doing 400 watts on 2 ohms. Exactly 399.8 watts. And now I test how many amps the amplifier is pulling at a 2 ohm load. Start to give signal input. Go. right to the clipping point. Not clipping. It starts to clip, I reduce. So I have my 40 volts and we have 39.9 amps, and with 39.9 amps I calculated an efficiency value of 73.14%. That's a great value. So hunting for dynamic power, and as you can see, all cycles the same level, free of clipping. I jump to the last cycle, also clipping free. So I can try to increase the gain a little bit because I just have a maximum voltage of 40 volts. That means no dynamic headroom. So I will increase a little bit. I have 44 volts, but that's clipping. One ohm load, 20 cycles, capture one, and here we are. All cycles the same level, by the way. First cycle is clean, I jump to the last cycle. Also clean. We have an output voltage, maximum voltage of 34.4 volts. That means the amplifier is doing 590 watts. Now I try to do a much harder test at 1 ohm. I give a 40 Hertz dynamic signal into the amp with 4 cycles. No, here you can see the notch starting to clip the signal. I give a little less. Also 31.2 volts divided by 1.414 to get the RMS voltage. So we have 484 watts. If you like this video, why not leaving a thumb up or write something down below into the comment section. And if you subscribed already, don't forget to hit the bell button to get informed for another video I'm putting out in the near future. And yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you next time for another video. Bye bye.